Hi everyone, this is Mrs. Torigno again, and this is the Chapter 5 test review for Algebra 1B. I'm going to pick up with the rest of problem 11 that got cut out of the last video, and then I'll continue with the third page here. So we were talking about how to give 2 points that satisfy the inequality. All of these points that are shaded in satisfy the inequality, so you can pick any coordinate you want. You know my favorite is 0, 0, since that's shaded, I can use it. And I can pick anything else I want. So, I don't know, this one here is 2, 2. That would work. Okay, I could pick one over here. And this would be -4, 2. If you really wanted to, you could pick one way up here. And this would be 3, 5. Okay, so anything you want that's in that shaded area would work. Now, here's what I would avoid. Remember that right on the line is where you're exactly equal to. And in this inequality, because we said that's a solid line and it is exactly equal to, you could pick points that are right on the line. But if that were a dotted line, you could not pick points that were right on the line. So just to be safe, I would always just pick points that are up here in the shaded area rather than picking points from the line itself. Okay. Let's go on to the back. So 12 and 13 are asking us to do the same thing. They're asking us to write the inequalities and give 2 points that satisfy the inequality. Now this one is a vertical line, so our y equals mx plus b is not going to work so nicely here because it's a vertical line. But think about what the equation of a vertical line looks like. A vertical line is always x equals a number. So this, I'm going to just say x, and this is x equals 3. I just have to think about what symbol to put in between those two things. If I'm shaded to the right, that would be greater than, because the x's get bigger over here. And this is a dotted line, so I don't want the equal bar underneath there. So my inequality would just be x is greater than 3. Now to pick my 2 points, again, remember that you can pick any 2 points that are in the shaded area. And this one especially, because that's a dotted line, you want to avoid picking numbers right on the line because the line is not included in your answer. But you could pick anything. So maybe that point. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 3. This point, which is 5, -3. So I could keep going all day. You're picking any points that are in this shaded area, and it's totally up to you what you choose. Just make sure that they land somewhere in the shaded area. Okay, and number 13, again, I'm going to start with y equals mx plus b as just sort of a guide. Starting with the b value is the y-intercept, so that's at y equals 1 right here. That's +1. My m value is my slope, so I'm going to use maybe this point and this point. And to get from one to the other, here I would have to go up 1, so that's a +1. And then I have to go to the right, is that 4? Yeah, to the right 4. So that's +4 because I'm going to the right. So +1 over +4 is 1/4. Now for my inequality, I'm shaded underneath the line here, so that's less than, because it's under the line. And this is a dotted line, so I do not want it to be equal to. So my inequality is just y is less than 1/4 x plus 1. And then again, to pick points that are representative or that represent solutions to this inequality, pick anything that's shaded. So I could pick this one here, which is 3, 0. I could pick this one here, which is -2, -3. And again, your answers might be different than mine. Any points that are down here in the shaded area, all of these would work. Just make sure they're somewhere under that line where it's shaded. Okay? Any of those would be okay. Okay, let's look at the bottom ones, 14, 15, and 16. This is where we're drawing our own graphs of inequalities. So, number 14, y is less than or equal to 1/2 x minus 3. I'm going to start at my y-intercept, which is negative 3. My slope then is 1/2, so that tells me from here to go up 1 and over 2. Up 1 and over 2. I do have the equal bar on this one, which means that I want a nice solid line between those points. And if this is less than, I'm shading underneath the line. That would be down here. Number 15, my y-intercept is negative 2. I'm going to go to negative 2 on the y-axis. Careful with the slope on this one. The number there in front of that x is a 1. So that's like 1 over 1. So I would go up 1 and over 1. Up 1 and over 1. No equal bar this time around. So this time my line that I draw needs to be a dotted line. And that is important. Okay, you will lose points if you draw the wrong kind of line. And this time that's greater than, and greater than would be up above the line up here. So that's what that one would look like. And the last one, 16, y is greater than negative 2. Well, think about the line y equals negative 2. If it's just y equals a number, that's a horizontal line. So I'm just going to go to y equals negative 2. And I want a nice horizontal line right through that point. And there's no equal bar, so that means I need it to be a dotted line through that point. And if it's greater than would be up above the line. So I want to shade everything up here. That's it for page 3. I will pick up a new video with page 4.